I don't know why I do this to myself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keto Kelly. Today is, what the heck is today? Today is Wednesday, the 13th of January. So, I have in my mind that I'm getting ready to do this fasting, and I'm thinking, you know what? Stood on the scale, I was 176, and I just told, the fat Kelly came out and said, you know what? Screw it. Let's have a carb day. I did. Yesterday I had a carb day and I am regretting it today. But I know I set myself up for this. I know this is going to happen and I do it every time. So I actually wrote down, I'm not going to tell you what I ate. I'm just not going to do it. Just know this, it was a lot. Within an hour of me eating this particular item, my ears began to ring. I took notes about what was happening to me physically after I ate this. My ears were ringing and I felt some pressure in my ears. I felt pressure across my sinuses. I had a little bit of blurred vision, and I attribute that to the spike in my blood sugar. I didn't check it. No way am I checking my blood sugar. And what else did I write down? Immediate nasal stuffiness. Yeah, that's what happens when we eat carbohydrates. When you've been on this type of diet or lifestyle for as long as I have. And May will be 6 years for me. So, yeah. So, we're going to put that behind us. Today, right now it's 2:30. I'm getting ready to do the egg rolls. Pork egg rolls, and one of the ingredients I didn't have. So I did a quick Instacart, got a few other things that I needed, and the one thing they didn't have was the one thing I needed. So I had to run out to another local grocery store that's closer, and they didn't have any either. So I'll show you when I get ready to do the egg rolls what I had to do to get this particular ingredient. Also, I'll go ahead and flash a quick picture on the screen and show you what I had for lunch. It was essentially a Greek salad with chicken, and I logged everything. I'll go ahead also put in a quick snapshot of the macros for that. I hit my macro, my carbohydrate macro on that, just that salad alone. So what I'm getting ready to do with the egg rolls is definitely going to put me over, because the low-carb tortillas will put me over on the carbohydrates and some other things that are in it. So, all right, let's get into making these egg rolls, guys. Okay, guys, we're in the kitchen, and I'm going to let you know everything that we need, or you're going to need, to do these pork egg rolls. Let me get my hair out of the way. I need a haircut. Terrible, terrible. So first, let me show you what I need. I needed to get bean sprouts, you guys. Bean sprouts, which are pretty low in carbohydrates. The recipe also called for water chestnuts. That's a big no-no. These things are loaded with carbohydrates, so skip that one. I had to go buy this stuff, you guys. It has the bean sprouts in it, but it's got the water chestnuts, the carrots, the red peppers. I had to dig through it and did my best to get most of it out. I'm not going to dig all the smaller parts of it out, but for the most part, I got 1 cup of bean sprouts. And I'm going to double this recipe, and I won't know serving size until after I make it, and then roll the egg rolls to find out how many I actually have. You're going to need, if you're not doubling, a ½ pound of ground beef. Ground pork. This is 1 pound of ground pork. You're going to need 3/4 of a cup of cabbage, shredded cabbage. I'm sure I've got more than that here. It's probably closer to maybe 4 cups. That's to bulk it up a little bit, for me anyway. A ½ cup of chopped celery. I thought I had more celery, but right here, you guys, I've had a rotisserie chicken boiling or in the crock pot for 2 days making bone broth, and I used the majority of my celery for that, so all I did get was a ½ cup. 4 4 green onions sliced. I did 7, almost got a full cup. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of, for me, peanut oil, but you can use whatever oil you choose as long as it's keto friendly, not the crap. A half a cup of the salad shrimp. Now I use, hold on. I use the Bumblebee Tiny Shrimp, and 2 cans of this gave me a little more than a cup. So 1 can will give you right about a half a cup. Called for the bean sprouts, which I already showed you. 1 clove of garlic chopped. I'm going to do probably 2 tablespoons of this chopped garlic here. And 3 tablespoons of liquid aminos and 1 teaspoon of sweetener. I'm going to be very, very minimal on the sweetener, and the pure is the sweetener that I use. So, I'm going to speed this part up, you guys, because I don't want this video being super long, because people only watch my videos for 4 minutes. So, chances of them watching this one completely through are pretty slim. So, let's get to cooking. Okay guys, all the pork has been cooked now. We're going to go ahead and remove the pork. And then we're going to saute our veggies. Okay, let's get the wok heated back up. Take the other 2 tablespoons of the peanut oil. We're going to throw in the cabbage. And we'll get that going. Go ahead and add the celery. Go ahead and add the bean sprouts. Ooh, a lot more carrots in there than I like, but those little bit ain't gonna make a difference. I know we had salt to the pork, but I'm still gonna add a little bit to this. I'm also going to add a little bit more pepper. And even though it doesn't call for it, I'm just going to add a couple drops of the vinegar. Also calls for 3 tablespoons of liquid aminos, so I'm going to add 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna add a little bit of the sweetener. I don't want to overcook the cabbage. I do want a little bit of a crunch on the cabbage. So go ahead and turn it off the heat. Gonna add the pork back in. Add the green onions. And the salad shrimp. All right, let's give it a toss. This is gonna make a lot of egg rolls, guys. And again, I'm only doing it because I know I can freeze them. What I'll do is I'll let this set for a little bit, let it cool. First, let's give it a taste. All right, let's give it a taste, see if we need to add anything. May need to add some salt. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit. I need to take this out of the wok, clean up the wok, get some oil in there, get ready to fry some. And then we'll get to frying. I have my oil over here heating. I am using peanut oil. I prefer to use peanut oil that has a high smoke point, so I prefer to use the peanut oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and microwave 2 of the low-carb tortillas. I have a 1/4 cup here, and I'm going to use that to scoop out to put in just to see where it is. For that, you're also going to need some toothpicks, guys. So let me go ahead and microwave these tortillas real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I microwaved them for about 20 seconds. They're pliable now. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to put this down. I'm going to drop you guys down. Okay. So let's go ahead and put a scoop, a 1/4 cup scoop in here and see where this lands us. And actually, I think that's going to be just right. So scoot it back toward the back. Begin the back roll. Roll to the side. Roll to the side. Make sure they're nice and tight. There's one. It's a little small, but that's okay. Grab you a couple of toothpicks. Make sure you stick it through one side and the other so it holds it on there tight. Another toothpick, stick through, holds tight. See? Holds together. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's check the oil. This is how you check the oil with a skewer. And we're getting some bubbles, so let's fry. All right, to start off, let me move you guys over this way a little bit and get you down just a little more. All right, I want to turn the heat down because I don't want to scorch these. All right, let's go. Always do the folded side down first. If you put your oil too hot, it will crisp them up way too fast. So make sure your oil isn't too hot. These are going to be hot, you guys. So I'm just going to pull the toothpicks out. Yeah, let me point you down real quick. Pull the toothpicks out, and you will continue to reuse these. Pull this out. Woo! Super hot, super hot. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. All right, let's cut this one. Super crunchy, guys. Look at this. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. All right, I'm going to let this cool down. Then we give it a taste test. Okay, guys, these are still super hot. They've been cooling for like 5 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a taste. So good, you guys. Hot, but super good. And the dog is sniffing. Missing the sweet and sour, missing the duck sauce, whatever. I mean, you hear that crunch? You're gonna eat it? You sniff stuff too much. Oh, my nose is running. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit more filling in there because once you roll it, if you see right here, you got a lot of like overflow of dough, or the tortillas rather. I miss egg rolls. I really do. When I first did these, I was like, oh, thank you. What's that on my wall? Or is that on my phone? Oh, that must be on my phone. It was. So, yeah, guys, so good. If you could come up with like a sugar-free duck sauce, or if you can find a sugar-free apricot, I think you just take a couple tablespoons of apricot. Actually, you could just Google duck sauce, and it has a plum jam too that you can use. So good. Hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat these. Give it a try, you guys. It's super good. I personally, I don't think it needs any sauce, but if you can come up with a sweet and sour sauce, or a duck sauce that is sugar-free, use that, or a dip or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat these. I know it's gonna take me over on my carb manager, but it is what it is. Okay, you guys, I will come in on Sunday for day 1 of my 15-day fast. Fingers crossed we can do this. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day, and I will see you on Sunday. Bon appetit.